Welcome back, everyone. Well, I have to tell you a personal experience. It's been a wonderful election cycle. We've gotten to meet so many interesting candidates, both sides of the fence, Republican, Democrat, Independent. And a particular interest is the Saratoga race because there are a lot of very important issues on the table. A real lightning point for any council is public safety.
Right.
And joining me today is Chris Mathiesen, who's the current Public Safety Commissioner for Saratoga Springs. So welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
Actually, welcome back.
Thank you. I've been here before, yes.
Yes, you have. Before the primary you
Yes.
were in. We
Yes,
talked
I was.
about a lot of things. Chris, you've held a position for 2 terms.
Yes, this is my 4th year. My second term I'm finishing up, yes.
I've asked a lot of incumbents this question. You can read as many books as you want. When you're in the trenches, you learn a lot. What did you learn in those 4
You
years?
can't possibly learn what it's like to serve in City Hall as commissioner until you actually serve. And so, yes, you can envision, you can attend meetings and get a sense of what it's like, but you don't really know. Yes, you find that you're responsible for a lot more things than you thought you were. You find that primarily you're there for oversight of your department, certainly not to meddle in the day-to-day activities of the department. You certainly don't want the Commissioner of Public Safety meddling in the activities on a day-to-day basis of the fire department or the police department, because those are the professionals who are running those departments. Your chiefs run those departments, and they do a great job. You understand the fact that there are so many issues that face the City Council that you have to be up on. You have to be able to understand fully the issues that are before you every 2 weeks when you have a City Council meeting, when all the business of the city has to be decided upon by those 5 people. So it's an interesting set of responsibilities. Sometimes there are conflicts there between your responsibilities as head of your department and your responsibilities as one of the 5 legislators making all the decisions. And you try to do the best you can with all of that.
Yeah, sure. You know, I've said this many times in the course of this, last month especially, but Saratoga has a unique form of government. It's commission-based government.
Yes.
That all of the commissioners and the mayor have equal votes on things, and they have to really debate it and really talk it out and come to a consensus.
Yes.
And as you just stated, that does take, you have to do your homework.
Yes, you do.
You've got to know what this is about from all sides.
Yes, you do.
All the issues. You've been out talking to voters. What are they concerned about, Chris?
Well, I've been campaigning since June because I had a
Right,
primary
the
this year. So usually I would be starting my campaign in, maybe late July, August. I started much earlier this year. Been going door to door every weekend. It's a little hard to go door to door on weekdays because I have a profession that I continue to practice, and I still have my responsibilities in City Hall. So, but whatever I can, I get out and talk to people and find what their concerns are in the city. I find that most of the citizens of the city are happy with our police and fire department. They feel safe. They feel that the city is doing a good job. I believe they feel, from what I've heard, that they feel that I'm doing a good job in terms of the oversight of these departments. And I also think that most people understand my adamant support for the city and the country concept. I've been very, very strong on that. I've been pushing to make sure that we continue to respect that. We passed our comprehensive plan this year, and part of that is maintenance of our pristine green belt while maintaining the vibrancy of our downtown core, the commercial core of our city.
Well, you know, Chris,
the
city's growing so rapidly. Our pedestrians, I was thinking pedestrian crossings.
Yes.
The public, have they identified any weak spots? You know, when you grow as rapidly as Saratoga is growing, what are they saying to you?
Some longtime Saratogians, and I'm a longtime Saratogian, some longtime Saratogians tell me that they miss the days when there was less traffic. They miss the days when you would walk downtown and see people you knew, and I can relate to all that. The city has changed a lot. I understand that. And I do think we need to start thinking about what we're going to be doing long term. We can't continue to grow forever and have more and more and more traffic. We just can't accommodate that. I think there's nothing wrong at this point in time with letting things ride for a while. I don't think we need any more hotels in town right now. I don't think we really need to I think we really need to wait and see how these hotels do before we start building new ones. I do think that the city has done very well in terms of bringing new people into town and the conventions in town, and I think most people appreciate that. Most people appreciate the fact that all this activity helps to keep their taxes down. But on the other hand, I think people feel that they've lost a certain segment of the city that they used to love and know.
Yeah, and again, a lot of that falls in public safety because it goes from everything from pedestrian crosswalks to EMS service,
Yes, it does. Yes.
reaching all of the different neighborhoods in the city, within the city.
Yes.
Not just meaning downtown, but the neighborhoods surrounding downtown. One thing I do want to ask you about, I hear a lot about it, viewers ask me about this a lot, that our city council meetings tend to be real debates. And you've been experiencing this for 4 years under 2 different kinds of administrations. Is it an overstatement to say that these meetings are too chaotic?
It's a gross overstatement to say they're too chaotic.
Okay.
Our meetings can be contentious at times, other times they're not. We've accomplished a lot. Most of our votes are 4-1 or 5-0. We've made some great progress. At times, independent members of the council like me may tend to challenge some of the things that are being brought forth by other members of the council if we disagree with them. I think that's healthy. I think that's what the city needs. I think going back to the old days where all members of the council, worked in lockstep and pre-planned their meetings before they even sat down at the table, that wasn't healthy for the city. And those were the kinds of situations where special interests were running the city, and we don't need that.
No, you don't need that at all. As many of you know, we cover every Saratoga City Council meeting. Sometimes I get calls from the guys in the field, and they'll tell me, the public, they're lined up down the hallway. I mean, we have a very active constituency in this city, and those people want to be heard.
Yes, we do, and it's very often interesting to hear people come down on both sides of an issue,
yes,
and can be very emotional and very enthusiastic about their points of view. But that isn't a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Yes.
And I'm really glad that we have so many people in the city who are involved and who pay attention. I wish that more people would pay attention to city government and see what we are doing, because I think they would have a greater appreciation for the work we do.
Got it. Chris is endorsed by the Democratic Party, the Independence Party, the Working Family, and the Labor Council. Those are very nice credentials, Chris. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
In the election, we're going to be covering a lot of election-related interviews this weekend, and I'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.